Hello, 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 and thank you for joining a Women's Experience podcast. I am your girl, Jamesia Hall, your challenger coach, Coach Hall, and we are here. And I'm so glad you are here with me. We made it. We made it through another week. I miss you guys. I miss you guys so much. Anytime that there's a section where it's from last podcast to this podcast. So I'm glad to be here. And I'm so glad you're here. So first I want to say, please make sure you comment in the comment section. Let me know that you're here. Say hello to your girl. Say hello to your other We Experience sisters in the comment section. Also, make sure that you share this episode. Share it with your friends and family on your timeline. Text them the link. Let them know, hey, this podcast is going on. Girlfriend, you want to listen in because we have the topics and then we have the educational topics. And so here we are. All right. Welcome. Okay. So today I want to talk about part 2 of minority mental health awareness. Minority mental health awareness is taking place the month of July. It actually was the July 10th. Okay. But I wanted to talk about it for the whole month of July because I feel like based off the research that I've done, there are a lot of people who don't know about minority mental health awareness. They don't know about mental health illnesses that's going on in the minority population. We have, people who suffer from an illness but don't go and get the help that they need. And I talked about this in our last podcast. Definitely we all know that everything I speak on is in reference to women because that is what I'm here for. I'm here for my ladies. And so we talked about it, and I spoke a little bit about my own things that I suffer from with depression and postpartum depression. And that stuff was real for me. And it was really real for me because I just did not know exactly what it was. I knew that I couldn't function on a normal schedule. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what was wrong. And I couldn't articulate it I couldn't say it with my words, like what was going on with me. I just knew something was wrong and I needed help. I knew, I didn't even know that I needed help at the time. I knew that I just didn't know what was going on with me. And I feel like, we have a situation where it's like, you don't know what's going on with you. You know something's wrong. And because you don't know how to say what's wrong, sometimes it can be discredited as there ain't nothing wrong with you. If you can't actually say what is wrong with you, then there ain't nothing wrong. You just tripping. You need to get it together. And and I referenced it back to, when we was growing up and I was growing up, if you didn't know what's wrong with you, girl, type of thing. And if you just like, I don't know. And, I don't know, basically is not an answer. So if you can't tell me what's wrong with you, then there's something ain't nothing wrong with you. But, we have to get out of that mode of, people need to understand that you cannot always actually verbalize what's going on with you. You just know that something isn't right. And that doesn't mean that you should just disregard what's going on. That means we need to go get help to help you figure out what's going on, if that makes sense. Okay. Because then you can have all of those things in your head is thoughts and all type of things in your head, and then next thing you know, such and such, and I have a girlfriend. And when we don't have an actual person, we just say, Sally. So then Sally goes and reacts in a certain way that it didn't make sense. So you said something to Sally, and Sally was just like, oh, well, why did you and you just looking like, all I said was, your shirt is wrinkled. Sally went off. Because Sally has been going through so much already that her shirt being wrinkled took her to a place that she couldn't come back from because she was already holding on to a whole bunch of stuff. And I mean, there's so many different mental illnesses out there, but the one that I can just reference to so much, like I can, because I have the experience from it, is, depression. So you got to understand, you can't just be disregarding people whenever they respond to you in a way that you just be like, oh, you tripping, you better get away from me, or whatever type of thing. Because technically you probably have your own stuff going on too. And so both of y'all clashing over a shirt that's wrinkled. So basically I'm saying you need to make sure that you get the help that you need. If you don't know what's going on, get the help. Somebody knows exactly what you're going through. Somebody has experienced it. And there are people who are educated in that field to know exactly what's going on with you. And they can explain, hey, here you go. This is what's going on. It's okay. They can break it down to even how many people, statistics and ratios, or how many people are experiencing this and all this type of stuff. And so I said that to say, minority mental health, all my minority ladies, I need for you to make sure whenever you feeling away and you don't know how to explain it, your girlfriend don't know how to understand you, your boo is not understanding you, your family members is not understanding you, they just feel like you're tripping. Go seek professional help to make sure that you can get the assistance that you need. There are way too many minorities who are dealing with situations and illnesses that they're not getting the help for. And there's statistics to back that up. Okay? Make sure you get the help that you need. Make sure you get the help that you need. I can't say that enough. So again, share this, all my ladies who are watching. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you share this podcast. Make sure you share this link to all your friends and family, because we're talking about something real. We're talking about the real deal. And I was speaking with some ladies on a live the other day, and I was just, saying, and this goes into what I want to talk about today. Okay. We spoke on the aspect of women, but anybody that knows me, and if you have seen any of the podcast previous, when we start talking about children, honey, that pulls all my heartstrings, because, I don't play by my babies, or I don't play by anybody else's babies. Okay. I will adopt every child in this world if I could, because we gonna do what we gotta do at the end of the day. But they are, and to give examples, and this is what an example that I gave on the live with the ladies that I was speaking with not long ago. So school is going back. School is going back in session full time, face to face, basically trying to, trying to go back onto a regular normal schedule of how we used to be pre-COVID. Okay, coming back in whatever time your children go back to school. And I was just sharing with some ladies, because I had some educators on that live, and I was just sharing how I salute them, because And even I feel like the educators need, some relief in a way where they can talk out some things, because it has had to have had a huge toll on their mental health, because of the fact that, and this is the example I gave, they went from saying, hey, I want to be an educator. They did the things that they need to be an educator. They are educating our babies, all right? They are doing what they have to do to make sure that they're getting what they need, and they understand the diversity of all our different types of children in the school system. There's a diverse range of children that they have to cater to, making sure that they're meeting this child on this level and this child on this level. They have to do a lot of adjusting. How can I speak from that? It's because I, got some college education in early childhood, and I also worked as a substitute teacher. So I saw the kids firsthand myself. Okay, I understand the different aspects, and I have kids of my own who are very, very different. Okay, and I knew which level that I had to adjust and had that teacher-parent relationship with them. Okay. Said all of that to say this. Having to teach a child during COVID season, remote, and then having to do face-to-face and remote, and then also having to deal with this disease that could have possibly taken out a family member of theirs. It's taken out people that they knew. It has definitely affected us as a nation in a major way. So, and still having to be consistent with that, because they went from having to redirect a child inside the classroom to having to redirect somehow a child on a Zoom. A child who may not even have went to bed on a timely fashion that but to get up to even be on the Zoom. I'm sure they saw students clicked on the Zoom and the Zoom camera was looking at the ceiling, or they actually see a child sleep, or different things of that sort. That I could not even imagine what these teachers have already seen on these Zooms. Okay. And so to have to try to pull them in from a Zoom and making sure that they're getting because they had testing this year. So to making sure that they're getting the basics for testing, had to be a lot. It had to be a lot. So I absolutely, and I say on the podcast today, I salute my educators. I salute you. And I also know that it was a stress for our parents, the ones who are single moms who had to work, but then have to figure out what the child is doing with their schoolwork, all those type of things. This plays a lot on your mental health. So there comes a time where you can only keep moving, but so much. You have to relax, pull that in, do what you got to do to refresh your mind. So I salute my teachers. But then let me go here. Okay. The students. These kids have never, since they've been young, never have had to attend school in the fashion that they had to in this past year and a half. That was huge for them. This absolutely huge for them. And so now they're going to have to go into the school, back into the school system, and attend school, quote, the way it used to be. And we all know how hard it is for us to get them to, hey, listen, wait, come on with me, child. Come on, because this has been a struggle for me with my kids. being at home, like I'm having to go off. I get a message from the teacher, and this is how I know. I'm getting a message from the teacher, such and such didn't, she's on the live, but she's not participating, And that's because I don't went to sleep because I don't work. And then here we are, they done stayed up, and I can't keep getting up in the middle of the night because I'm going to pass out and because I got to go to work the next day. And so then they're getting on the live, the Zoom, not attentive. So now we're having to have these kids go back to school and help them readjust back to the way it was. And I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. And it's going to play even more a part on these teachers because they are already had to do a lot. But now, before when they had to deal with the slight behaviors and trying to make sure that they're giving them and introducing them to the basics and making sure they know the basics because, hey, testing is coming at the end of the year and they got to make sure they introduce everything that's going to be on these tests. There's pressure on these teachers from that. But now they're going to have to deal with the extra behaviors. They have to deal with the extra behaviors of these children who, they had to pull back on how much they gave them as far as schoolwork, and who did they really retain anything this last year and a half? You see what I'm saying? So it's going to have to be a huge adjustment, but then it's going to be a huge stress on their mental health, a pull on their mental health going back into these schools. And so what do we do? How do we make sure that the children's mental health is where it needs to be? Because there are kids who get the accommodations that they need, but there are a lot of kids who are not because the parents don't even know that they have something extra going on that they need extra assistance with. And so there's kids who struggle. They don't know what's going on, neither do their parent. But we have to be aware of the mental health issues that are in the minority population to get the help they need. And I was saying before to some ladies, I said, if we were, I was saying on a live, as some of us as adults, if we would have known that there was help for us for the way that we feel or the illnesses that we have or that we had no idea that it existed. We didn't even know what it was. And we would have got the help when we was younger, we wouldn't be in the place that we are now, fumbling around and trying to figure out what's going on. We wouldn't be in that place. And so, because I would say, growing up, it was just get somewhere and sit down. There ain't nothing wrong with you. Why are you acting like that? I don't know. Well, since you don't know, go in your room, such type of thing. Those are the moments where there was some help that was needed to be taking place. There's some help that needed to be, what's going on with you? Why are you acting like this? You didn't used to act this way. You didn't used to act this way a month ago. What has changed? Why are you acting out in such a way that you're not communicating? Is there something going on? Are you feeling some type? It's those type of questions that needs to be asked. I know, like even with my girls, because all of my children are so different. When I apply pressure to my other kids, my older kids, it is, they adjust. They do what they got to do. They pull it in. They, focus on what they need to do, and they do it. When I applied that same type pressure to my younger girls, they got anxious. Their nerves got bad. They had tummy aches, headaches, and stuff. And I'm just like, wait now. They acting totally stressed. They are totally stressed in a fit because of the pressure that I applied to them. So I had to readjust how I communicated with them and try to help them more along the way so they wouldn't be so stressed. I went and got them, and I'm speaking as far as schoolwork. There's plenty of years I had to go get a tutor. And so instead of me saying, what is you doing? Why you can't do this? And they trying as hard as they could, but they still wasn't able to get where they needed to be. I had to go get them extra help. I had to go get the extra help outside to help, even help me help them. Because there was no way I saw, because I experienced depression. I saw what I experienced going on in them, and there was no way that I'm like, wait, am I causing this? Oh, let me pull back. This is okay. All right. And I set up a schedule where, hey, we work on this amount of time. This time you take a break. This, we go and we do this amount of time. Just commit with me for this amount of time right here, and then let's go take a break. Let's go get Oreo blast from somewhere. Because they had to have the space to be not the pressure to okay. Let me pull it back in. Let me do this right here. So we have to, and I'm just saying this, during this time, kids go back to school in August. Kids go back to school, well, locally for me. I don't know when, because your children can be year round. So let me pull that back in. Your children can be year round. However, they're going to need some extra outlets. They're going to need that extra help that for them to adjust. It's going to have to be some adjustment taking place, some patience taking place for our children. It's going to have to happen. You cannot, there's no way that you can expect, even if, there's some people who work from home who now may be having to adjust and going back into working in the actual workplace. That is an adjustment. Anytime your schedule or how your routine is being changed, is always having to be an adjustment, and some actual extra patience have to be there. So I said this, please be cautious of how we respond to our children, young adults, during this time of adjusting back into the school post. I can't, I said post-COVID to somebody. It was like, we still in there. So going back to our regular scheduled programming. Okay. So we have to be really aware of what's going on. Even if your child, now let me go here, even if your child is that A student, you need to be patient. However, whatever level of it, your child is academically, we need to absolutely be patient with them. We need support. We need to support. Everyone needs some support. Everyone. Even the person who seems that they have it all together still needs support. Whether, they need to, because you can't go but so much without having that time to reflect and breathe. We have to be aware, and this goes into something that I spoke on with the ladies and that did our wake her up session in my life coaching session yesterday. You have to be aware of who you are. Know yourself in and out. You have to know who you are. You have to know what makes you tick, what makes you move, what you have to do to readjust yourself, because you have to know you. You have to know that your feelings, however you feel, is valid, but how you react to that feeling is very much as important as your feeling. We have to know that. We have to know that if we need the help, we have to get the help. And this is the whole point of this podcast today. If you need the help, we have to get you the help. We have to get you the help. And so I'm going to say, just like I said to the ladies on the previous podcast, if you are suffering from something that you just do not know what it is, if you have had help with something and you stop going for whatever reason, and you're still in that place that you are just so uneasy, you just don't know what to do. If the family member you told, and let me just go here. If the family member that you told you you'll be okay, but you still not okay, listen, stop telling that person. You need to go to the person who can actually help you. Someone who is willing to listen. Someone who is willing to help you act and put some action to getting you some help. Okay? They are people who are educated in this field, who know how to help you. Today needs to be the day that we no longer accept that what we going through and how we feel is okay to be in that space. It's not okay. You deserve to know exactly who you are. You deserve to actually be able to function in who you are and what your purpose is. And you also deserve to be happy. And if you are not able to be happy in the space that you're in now, we have to do something different. And the difference is getting the help you need with the person that you need. So I have my website, awomensexperience.com. You can go to awomensexperience.com and reach out to us. Email us, okay? Email us and let us know, hey, I heard what you said on the podcast and I need help. I don't know what type of help I need, but I know I need help. I know I need help, and I don't know how to start. We will find you someone locally to you that can assist you. Okay, they are support groups and resources out here to get you the assistance that you need. Now, I ain't saying that I'm gonna be the one that I know what I experienced, and I went and got the help that I needed from the professional that can assist me. Okay. What I experienced, my family couldn't understand because they were not the professionals in that field that could help me. My girlfriend, best friend, ride or die, couldn't understand because that's not in the field. If they never experienced it, how could they help? So we have to get you the help that you need. And that is what Minority Mental Health Awareness Month is all about. Making sure that you can be the best person that you are by getting you the assistance that you deserve. You deserve to be in an amazing space, mentally wise. All right? You'll be so much more powerful, so much more free whenever you get into that place of being where you need to be. And we also need to understand, don't disregard the child. Don't disregard the child because they ain't grown, they ain't experienced life yet, they ain't 18, they ain't 20, they don't even know what, this is what our seasoned people would say, you don't even know what life is. There was something that I would say, I would make the comment and say, I'm just tired. I used to say that when I was young. I would be like, I'm just tired. I would get not hit, but I would get told, don't say that no more. You tired? How you tired? You don't even know what tired is. You haven't lived, you don't work, you don't do nothing. All you do is sit here and go to school and whatever. You don't know what tired is, so don't say tired no more. That's what I got when I was younger. And I didn't know how to say, I'm not tired physically, I'm tired mentally. I got a lot of thoughts in my head that I don't really know how to get them out of my head. They just keep circulating in my head, and I don't know what's real and what's not real. I need help. I need to be able to talk this out. I needed to be assisted with why am I so mentally tired? But I didn't know that language as a child. I didn't know that language to say, Mommy, I'm not, or Daddy, I'm not tired, so to speak, far as physically. I'm not taking away from what you doing. How could a child say that? How could a child articulate that? No, Mommy and Daddy, I'm not tired. I can't do what you do. I don't work like you do, but I'm just tired mentally. My thoughts is tired. The child can be stressed from school. A child can be stressed out from bullying. Every child is not, sweet, polite little babies. A child can be stressed from the pressure that they put on themselves, far as having great grades or doing amazing in the athletics, or if they're in a science club, making sure their project or their, volcano is amazing. A child can be tired mentally in a way that we can't understand because they are their own person. So that's what I need for everybody who is on this podcast to understand when it comes to mental health awareness. It's not just about the adult, it's about the child as well. They don't know. When they was younger and they was mumbling, and we as moms knew how to understand the mumble because we was in tune with that child so much, we knew what to do to help them. But as they get older and they start articulating their own words, they pick and choose what they say and don't say. So if a child can all they can say is, I'm tired. How dare we as a parent say tired? You don't know what tired is. You don't know what that child's thoughts are. We don't know what they're experiencing. But we need to try to know. And if they don't feel that open to speak with us, we need to get them the help they need. Listen, even if it's, someone that my, children, someone that's close that they can reach out to. If it's auntie, they feel free in reaching out to auntie. Please allow that space with the auntie daughter. It can be auntie/mommy for all I care. You know what I'm saying? If your child has understanding, if as they're getting older, that they can reach out to this person, that mommy or daddy or might not understand exactly what that child is saying or how they're trying to say it, but someone else, allow that space. Allow that space. That's why when I say, if a child attaches to me and they want to be calling me mommy, or they want to, I'm their second mommy, or their godmama, or their auntie, yes, I am. What you need, I got you. What's going on? Oh, okay, well, let me talk to mama. Let's see what we can do. Be that person. If that doesn't help, we need to get the extra help that we need to get for them, okay? And so that is me. I hope y'all got what I was saying during this podcast. I hope, you was able to understand exactly what I was saying as far as the mental health awareness. This thing is real, you guys. This thing is totally real. Even the person that's walking around that you think they got it. You think they got it. That you probably try to reach out to them to get the help that you need. You don't understand they may be in the same state as you, but they're just carrying it different. So don't ever look at someone as if, hey, listen, why are you even acting like you always got it together? let me tell you, I am me myself am in a whole lot better place. I am, walking out this thing that I say to you guys. What I tell y'all, I'm walking it out. But even I have to have a day where I have to say, oh wait, wait, uh, no, I'm getting a little off balance. Let me pull this in. Let me pull. And I love everyone that's connected to me, but you can't get access to me today because I can't function and help you because I got to pull myself back somehow or another. Somewhere I got off balance myself. I done too much. I'm moving way too much. So let me pull this in. But that's me knowing me. That's me knowing who I am and knowing me. Once I do that, I'm fine. But everybody, you don't ever know about a person. So we need to be very careful of how we treat people and stop also looking at if a person is popped off on you for whatever reason and you just like, oh, you on some, who she thinks she is? Does she know who I am? Why she handle me that way? I didn't even do anything. I just told her shirt was wrinkled. Instead of looking at that person in that way, you need to be looking at, oh no, wait, now that wasn't even a reason. Something else must be going on. Something really must be going on with her that she has, responded, and that set her off. Oh no, let me see if I can help, or I can talk to her into going somewhere to getting the help that she needs. Okay. So make sure that we are truly aware of what's going on. I have some, of course, y'all know I'm all about those affirmations. And we say those affirmations regardless of whether we, we believe them, we say them until we believe them. We say those things until we believe them. And so I say this too. If you see, because we know our children, you see that they create affirmations for your children. Give them affirmations to say and have them say until they believe it. All right. So I have, of course, it's affirmation time. So let me share these affirmations with you. And they definitely are in line of helping you regain clarity and put you in a place where it's like, okay, let me pull this back in. Your children can also do these affirmations as well. And they start with, I love myself for who I am. I am strong and capable. How I feel matters. I allow myself to be in only healthy relationships. I choose to forgive and let go of anger. I will come through this challenge with a better understanding of myself. And I take the time to care for my body, mind, and spirit. All right. So, hey, if there is anything if you didn't take anything away from this podcast today, is get the help you need. When you are in that place of just not understanding what's going on, get the help you need. If your children is in a place where they didn't normally act this way, but now they're acting a way that is that's unfamiliar to you, and you are in tune to what's going on with them, get the help they need. Make it where they will be way stronger on the other side of this challenge. Okay. So thank you for listening to me today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, so the minority mental health awareness. I feel strongly about this thing. So that's why I wanted to have a part 2. Hope you enjoyed. So I have a few announcements. So I'm going to now go into the announcements. There's some things going. Listen, I told some ladies the other day, if you don't have your tickets to this brunch yet, you still have time to get your tickets right now. General admission is the only thing that is available. for $20 ticket. You're going to be able to partake in this amazing event. Also, a women's experience podcast.com is where you get your tickets. Go to We Events, click on the link, and you can get your tickets there. You can also still have the opportunity to be a business sponsor. The business sponsorship is only $15. You will be able to be added to the digital booklet that will be given to every young lady at the event. You also will have the opportunity to put your business cards in the swag bag that every lady will get at the door when they arrive. It is imperative that you go ahead and get your tickets. Now, there will not be any tickets available at the door. I'm trying to tell you, I'm holding to that thing. No tickets available at the door. You can get your tickets now until the cutoff time. I'm not really sure. I said the 23rd, but I may stretch it out just a couple more days. But be on the lookout and listen for that deadline for the general admission. But no tickets will be sold at the door. I want to say congratulations to the ladies who took part of the Wake Her Up session with your girl, Jay Hall. It was amazing. There was some things shared in there that I really believe that they were able to take away. They was able to put some plans in action. They got some results. Their expectations was really high, which I really, really love. And I mean, their commitment to this thing was amazing. So if you too want to join the Wake Her Up session, which basically means, hey, listen, me, her, whoever you are, I'm here, but I've been attached to some roles. I have been functioning in this wife thing. I've been functioning in this mommy thing, the auntie thing, the whatever job title you have, and I have allowed my true self to be dormant inside of me. And I need to wake her back up because there's a purpose for her there's a purpose for her. And so I need to bring her up so she can function in her purpose. Well, then you need to join the Wake Her Up session with your girl, because I promise you I'm going to challenge you. But I also have these things where I'm just like, you need to come with your expectation high. You need to come making sure that you are ready to really wake her up, because that's exactly what we're going to do. And then you need to be able to commit to a few things to make sure that that plan is in full action, and you definitely is able to just go all the way in and function in that purpose that you deserve. So that Wake Her Up session, you can get more information about that from the website as well. All right. What else do I got to tell you guys? I have the Her membership that you can partake in. The Her membership is basically her representing healthy everyday results. All right. And sometimes we have these goals. And then with those goals, we just be like, yeah, in about 2 months or about 30 days, I want to be here. I want to have this, and I want to be here within 2 months, 30 days, 5 years. This is what I want. But sometimes you'll get off track with those long-term goals. So the Her healthy everyday results is making it where your plan is in place, but you celebrating the everyday result that you're taking part of. Every day you're setting a goal and you're making sure you accomplish it by the end of the day. And so that is what's going to help you stay on track to meet those long-term goals. So I have a membership for that, the Her membership, and you can join. And I'm telling you, the perks of that is amazing. And if you want more information from that, of course, you go to awomensexperience.com to get that information as well. Here's where you can find your girl, if you don't know already, because you may be new. One of the sisters, the Society Sisters, may have shared this on her timeline, or she may have sent you this link through a text message or whatever. So you don't really know, you seeing me today, but you don't really know where you can see me all the time. So I have a Women's Experience Society group that you can join. Have your sister girl add you to the group. And then that way you will get information before anyone else get. You have the perk from that. We spend some quality time in that group. And so all you have to do is join one of my society ambassadors. They will let you in the group, and then you in, honey, you are in, you in. And so you can also, and that is on Facebook. I have a Women's Experience podcast page. I have Jamesia Hall YouTube channel that you can subscribe to. You can go back and see all of the podcasts from there. But I'm also on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts. I feel like I'm somewhere else. And Instagram. So there's plenty of platforms where you can find me, and you can find this podcast. But the most important, if you go to awomensexperience.com, you will be able to find all those other platforms from there as well. It's awomensexperience.com. I'm going to miss y'all. But until we meet again, I want you to make sure that you protect your energy. As I say in the Book of Life on page 3, as we reference to page 3 of the Book of Life, if someone tries to attack your energy, the page says not today. You make sure they understand that it's a not today. You're not you're not invading my space, because I am protecting all of that. I want to have an amazing day. I want you guys to have an amazing week. And until I see you again, make sure you protect your mental health as well. You heard me? I'm not playing. Reach out to awomensexperience.com. Send us an email. Let us know how you're feeling. Don't have them messing with the babies, because Auntie J will definitely show up ready, guns blazing. All right. She's ready to protect all babies. All right. So if you have some issues going on, and, because I have experienced some things, I know, far as, the children needing extra help, there are resources out there. You can also send us an email with that as well. So make sure you stay connected to your girl, because I'm just super excited for the future of J Hall Consulting Services. Your girl here, your Challenge Her coach, this Women's Experience podcast, and all things women. I am about all things women. So connect with your girl, because I love you. I absolutely love you, and have a great evening.